It's the Easter show. Woo! Mike Easter.
Mike Easter.
Yeah, where did you hide the eggs, Mike Easter?
Exactly.
All right. Happy Easter, everybody.
Well, I've been a mess since you've been gone. I've been a mess since you've been gone. I've been a mess since you've been gone. Yeah, I've been a mess since you've been gone. Whoa, 106.
Mike Easter.
106.
This is the post-Easter show. It's the Mike Easter. Yes, sir.
Well, I gotta say, I can't believe we're doing a show 106.
Well, I think it calls for a celebratory zebra
Oh, you got
pants.
another one of those beer,
My
one of those
zebra-
anti-gravity beers.
Yeah, zebra pants, bike dog, the Mike dog. Take lift.
Separate my lips.
Tip.
Oh my gosh. Well, we're back. We're back as a duo.
Yeah.
Been changing it up. We're working on some things. It's coming. We're changing this show up, man.
Yeah, we're morphing.
We're getting ready. We're getting ready to dump some craziness on you guys.
Yeah, we're getting ready to dump something.
But for the moment, we're gonna dump this.
Yeah, well, I was
What's
thinking
this?
about, we were having a talk earlier, and I was thinking about some of the things we said today.
Oh,
I was. And I'm
Any-
still
do
thinking
any,
about
any of
them.
them bother you?
They bother me. Some of the things we said today bothered me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. You say you will love me if I have to go. You've been thinking of me. Somehow I will know. Someday when I'm lonely, wishing you weren't so far away, then I will remember things we said today. You say you'll be my girl till the end of time. These days, such a kind girl seems so hard to find. Someday when we're dreaming, deep in love, not a lot to say, then we will remember things we said today. Me, I'm just a lucky guy. Love to hear you say that love is love. And though we may be blind, love is here to stay, and that's enough to make you mine, girl. Be the only one. Love me all the time, girl. We'll go on and on. Someday when we're dreaming, deep in love, not a lot to say, but then we will remember things we said today. Yeah, me, I'm just a lucky guy. Love to hear you say that love is love. Though we may be blind, love is here to stay, and that's enough to make you mine, girl. Be the only one. Love me all the time, girl. We'll go on and on. I did the curtailed ending.
I did the pretend I know it.
Well, that's every song, every week.
Oh, I just
Come
have
on, man.
there's a
You
void.
know that tune, right?
I just go into my little library sometimes, and a bunch of the volumes of stuff just don't seem to be there, or they're inaccessible. But you know who we can access? Chris Harrelson, ladies and gentlemen.
Harrelson, ladies and gentlemen.
Hola.
Man, jumping into this like right now, do you think we should run to one of yours first? Like maybe that? You ready? Because otherwise you're going to have two in a row.
Oh, which one are we doing? You talking
Well,
about?
I was going to do that, but that seems a little bit esoteric. Why don't we do this one?
All right.
All right, we're going to feature Mr. Bruce Spencer on this tune that we've done before, and it's just such a beautiful little thing. And
It was this. This is the second record I bought, or something like that. It's one of those stories. I got a little
let's do it
lost
again.
on your
Here,
stuff there.
intro now. Let's see.
Day after day, I'm more confused. Yeah, I look for the light through the pouring rain. Know that's a game that I hate to lose. I'm feeling the strain. Ain't it a shame? Oh, give me the peoples and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Oh, give me the peoples and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Yeah. Beginning to think that I'm wasting time. I don't understand the things I do. The world outside looks so unkind. Yeah. So I'm counting on you to carry me through. Oh, give me the peoples and free my soul. Wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Give me the peoples and free my soul. Wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Here we go. When my mind is free, your melody can move me. When I'm feeling blue, the guitar's coming through to soothe me. Yeah. Thanks for the joy that you've given me. Yeah, doctor. I want you to know I believe in your song. The rhythm and rhyme and harmony. You help me along, making me strong. Yeah. Give me the peoples and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Give me the peoples and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, give me the peoples and free my soul. Wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, give me the people, free my soul. In your rock and roll and drift away. Yeah.
Man, that was kind of
That was good.
Well, that was kind of like the ballad middle. We just took that right out of the beginning, bro.
No, it's an unusual show, and this is even this next one. It's like I don't know what I was thinking. This is 1969.
Is that both lyric or just?
That's
the
a
one?
whole. Oh, wait a minute. Wait.
That looks like the second
Looks like
side
Tom
of the.
Petty crept in there.
Yeah.
Oh man, someone's messed
Giving
up my
it
whole
away.
Dude, the page turner, man.
Okay, hold on a second.
It was when you changed up, bro.
Okay. All right. Well, this is a song by a folk singer, protest writer named Phil Oakes, who, he didn't really have any big hits per se. He did have a Joan Baez tune that did all right, and then he did this thing, which was a single. And in the '60s, it's weird how they would take folk singers to get a hit. They would create a kind of a cabaret style. A lot of those
that's
records.
a crazy recording, man.
Yeah, and it's like I'm going, well, I guess
Straight ragtime.
it's like a
studio
ragtime
jack.
cowboy Joe on this thing. And I was reading that Bob Dylan was in awe of Phil Oakes, but didn't feel like he was a true folk singer, and that he actually threw him out of a limousine one time that they were riding in. He said, "You're not a folk singer, you're a journalist." Which is weird, because he would write about things that were happening in the news.
Folks.
Oaks. And, we've had a bit of violence here in our hometown recently, quite a bit. And so that prompted me to want, I hate to bring that up, but I'm only saying that because this song dealt with a lot of social issues in a humorous way back then. And some of this is a little out of date because some of the things that were illegal then aren't illegal now. But even so, I think the spirit of the song is about the fact that, if it doesn't give you a good story, it ain't worth talking about. And that's the whole point. It's called Outside a Small Circle of Friends. And I want to apologize ahead of time to people who requested Larry Norman's song for a small circle of friends, because I thought, I wasn't familiar with that. That's a song that he writes to like guys like Randy Stonehill, Phil Keaggy, all these guys. It's like a sort of a personal love letter. I'd never heard it. And I thought that he had covered this Phil Oakes song. So I went and looked it up, learned it, and then I went and checked Larry's. I want to see how Larry sings this. I don't remember him singing this. And it turns out it's a whole different tune. So I apologize. I'm not going to learn the Norman tune. I'm going to do this tune. So,
all right.
And I'm going to screw up those descending piano things because I just don't know if I could. I'm going to do it the way Phil did in concert. Well, look outside the window, there's a woman being grabbed. They dragged her in the bushes, and now she's being stabbed. Maybe we should call the cops and try to stop the pain. But Monopoly is so much fun, I'd hate to blow the game. And I'm sure it wouldn't interest anybody outside a small circle of friends. Oh, well, riding down the highway, yes, my back is getting stiff. 13 cars have piled up there, hanging on a cliff. Now maybe we should pull them back with our tow and chain. But we gotta move and we might get sued, and it looks like it's gonna rain. And I'm sure it wouldn't interest anybody outside a small circle of friends. Well, sweating in the ghetto with the homeless and the poor.
Oh my gosh.
The rats have joined the babies who are sleeping on the floor. Now wouldn't it be a riot if they really blew their tops? But they got too much already, and besides we've got the cops.
Oh, do we?
And I'm sure it wouldn't interest anybody outside a small circle of friends.
of ours was captured and they gave him 30 years. Well, maybe we should raise our voices, ask somebody why. But demonstrations are a drag, and besides we're much too high. And I'm sure it wouldn't interest anybody outside a small circle of friends.
That was ridiculous.
That was ridiculous. Hey, well, you know, hey.
I can't believe. I mean, I've never heard that song.
No, you're lying because I played it for you and you said, I remember this.
Yeah, but I say a lot of things to try to make you feel good.
Oh, well, please, in the future, spare me that dishonesty and just say, dude, why are we doing this? I've never heard this.
I'm just kidding.
I don't like
I
this.
don't know. I don't remember. It just occurs to
You
me.
probably heard it. You were probably a very young little boy.
Maybe that version right there I just didn't get. Maybe the one I heard was so different.
I don't know how
It had
many
a bunch
people.
of piano, and it was totally different.
Yeah, well, anyway, I just thought I'd do it. Some of you old people like Ken Paxton will like.
Ken Paxton.
Sorry, Ken. I know you're a weekly watcher, and I appreciate your patronage and your support.
And a shout out to our weekly watchers.
Yeah, our weekly watchers.
Where would we be without you
Where would we
watching
be?
weekly?
And we're going to be leading you down a crooked, twisted path in the next months as we prepare to grow the show. But I just want to say, grow the
show.
Or grow the ship of state.
Man.
As I row the ship of state.
I think we need to hear that real quick. Something about grow the show.
Grow the show and row the ship of
state. The official notice.
Michael, grow the show, boy.
Why do you open
Michael, grow the boat of show.
Oh, wow. I think you need to sing another song just for all that.
Gosh.
It's okay. Bruce is going to flex his muscles here.
Yeah, my coordination.
Okay. This is one of my favorite
Scatty things. Hey, if you know the words, sing along. You know, sometimes, I don't know why, but this old town just seems so hopeless. I ain't really sure, but it seems I remember the good times with just a little more in focus. But when she puts her arms around me, I can somehow rise above it. Yeah, man, when I get that little girl standing right by my side, you know I can tell the whole wide world, shove it. Hey, here comes my girl. Here comes my girl. Yeah, she looks so right. She's all I need tonight. Every now and then I get down to the end of the day. I have to stop and ask myself why I've done it. It just seems so useless to have to work so hard and nothing ever really seems to come from it. Yeah. But then she looks me in the eye and says, we gonna last forever, man. You know you can't begin to doubt it. 'Cause it just feels so good, so free, so right. I know I ain't never gonna change our minds about it. Hey, here comes my girl.
Yeah.
Here comes my girl. Yeah, she looks so right. She is all I need tonight. Watch her walk. Every time it seems like there ain't nothing left no more, I find myself having to reach out and grab a hold of something. Yeah, I just catch myself wondering, waiting, worrying about some silly little things that don't add up to nothing. And then she looks me in the eye and says, we gonna last forever, man, you know I can't begin to doubt it. Yeah, 'cause it feels so good, so free, so right. I know we ain't never gonna change our minds about it. Hey, here comes my girl. Here comes my girl. Yeah, oh yeah, she looks so right. She is all I need tonight.
I'll watch it walk.
Yeah.
Very nice job there.
Only on the CoROEnosphere would I ever sit and think that I could play the drum and do that.
Well, this
It's
is
insane.
beyond just the ridiculous, entertainment value, whatever there may be.
Yes.
Part of this is us trying to stretch ourselves as players and singers, and it's a good thing to learn songs and learn how to sing them.
Yeah, it's I mean, this is the closest thing to really a campfire,
Yes.
This is like if you were with us at a campfire at a campground, this is what we'd be doing.
We're going to do some
Chris Harrelson would be entertaining us a lot more, though, I must admit.
It'd be like that scene from Blazing Saddles by the campfire.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, we were stupids last week and kind of just totally blew the chance to do an Easter show. And in some ways, I don't like to, turn it into that. But as it came to me, I realized there's some good Easter songs that we could do this week. Because, if he's risen, he's still arised, right? So here's a Johnny Cash thing. We may have done this on the show before. Ain't no grave can hold my body down. Ain't no grave.
How about corned beans, Mr. Taggart? I'd say you've had enough.
When I hear that trumpet sound, I'm gonna rise right out of the ground. Ain't no grave can hold my body down. I look way down the river. What do you think I see? I see a band of angels and they're coming after me. There ain't no grave can hold my body down. Ain't no grave can hold my body down. Well, look down yonder, Gabriel. Put your feet on the land and see. But Gabriel, don't you blow your trumpet till you hear from me. There ain't no grave can hold my body down. Ain't no grave can hold my body down. When I hear that trumpet sound, I'm gonna rise right out of the ground. Ain't no grave can hold my body down. Well, meet me, mother and father. Meet me down the river road. And mama, you know I'll be there when I check in my load. There ain't no grave can hold my body down. There ain't no grave can hold my body down. When I hear that trumpet sound, I'm gonna rise right out of the ground. There ain't no grave can hold my body down. Ended on a major.
You're always handling the Johnny quite well, buddy.
Well, here's one that I really would love to do. I don't think we've done this on the show. But
Yeah, I like the way you did that little drop.
Well,
Tune down. That was
yeah, I
cool.
just,
Kind of surprised me.
kind of surprised me too.
It's a little trick.
So I'm going to do what is reportedly the last song that Johnny wrote and recorded, and it probably was about a week or two before he passed. He called Rick Rubin, said, I need to record because his wife June had passed, and he knew that if he didn't get his mind on music or something, that it would just kill him, because they were together for forever. She was a real soulmate for him. So he went in the studio and cut a bunch of things, and I think this particular one was the last one, and this is him thinking about death, how he was going to face it, what he thought about it. It's called 1 Corinthians 15:55. Oh, death, where is thy sting? Oh, grave, where is thy victory? Oh, life, you are a shining path, and hope springs eternal just over the rise, when I see my Redeemer beckoning me. Oh, roll my ship o'er the waves of your sea, let me find a safe port now and then. Don't let the dark one in your sanctuary till it's time to pack it in. Oh, row, row my ship with the fire of your breath, and don't lay a broadside on your ship as yet. Blow ye warm winds when it's chilly and wet, and don't come too soon for collecting my debt. Oh, death, where is thy sting? Oh, grave, where is thy victory? Oh, life, you are a shining path, and hope springs eternal just over the rise, when I see my Redeemer beckoning me. Oh, let me sail on with my ship to the east, and keep my eye on the North Star, where the journey is no good for man or for beast. I'll be safe wherever you are. Just let me sail into your harbor of lights, and there and forever to cast out my light. Give me a task and let me do it right, and do it with all of my might. Oh, death, where is thy sting? Oh, grave, where is thy victory? Oh, life, you are a shining path, and hope springs eternal just over the rise, when I see my Redeemer beckoning me. Yeah.
Great one.
Yeah, I was choking up, man, trying to sing that.
That's
It's really beautiful.
really good, man.
I hope that, when I reach that moment, that I'll be able to have that kind of message in my heart, be able to sing and write something like that, That's just beautiful. Beautiful way to look at it. Okay, let's do a tune now that some of you might remember from an early CoROEnosphere. We're deep in the hymn show portion right now, and I can't remember who first recorded this. I used to know it. I recorded this song several years ago. Are you walking every day with Jesus all the way? You can't go halfway and get in. When old Satan worries you, there's one thing you can do. Just go all the way and get in. Stop putting on a show. Your pride will have to go. You can't go halfway and get in. With your head high in the air, God's armor you can't wear. You can't go halfway and get in. If you only do your best, the Lord will do the rest. You can't go halfway and get in. Kick old Satan from the race. Put Jesus in his place. You can't go halfway and get in. Stop putting on a show. Your pride will have to go. You can't go halfway and get in. With your head high in the air, God's armor you can't wear. You can't go halfway and get in. Stop putting on a show. Your pride will have to go. You can't go halfway and get in. With your head high in the air, God's armor you can't wear. You can't go halfway and get in. From your sins you'll have to part. Let Jesus have your heart. You can't go halfway and get in. Though you think you're living right, you're not walking in God's light. You can't go halfway and get in. Stop putting on a show. Your pride will have to go. You can't go halfway and get in. With your head high in the air, God's armor you can't wear. You can't go halfway and get in. You can't go halfway and get in. I kind of lost my way a little bit on there.
That's fun.
Oh, but yeah, we sound like a couple of hillbillies, man. I think we need to go out to the highways and byways and get a little, put a little jar out there, and maybe we could get out there and do a CoROEnosphere like the, kind of like the beggars do on the off ramps. We'll just sit at the off ramp.
Just do a hillbilly sphere.
Do a hillbilly off ramp sphere. Have Chris film us and take the tips right from the cars as they come through. We'll sing all these old gospel tunes and.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I think we could.
A gospel sphere.
A gospel sphere. All right.
You guys are going down there to the highway doing that gospel sphere.
Yes, good. Oh, well, I lost my glasses now.
Speaking about, is this the one we did? Oh, yeah. This one we did on Holy Ghost Building.
Yes, this is finally, we're going to do one for our own records. A very old song,
Hey, wait a minute. You know what? Think we should
do the
make the
tippage?
call? Let's do the tip and make the call.
Now?
Let's get dude on this.
Really? You want to get dude on this?
Yeah.
Well, can we get him on another later? Maybe.
Well, maybe. Let's do two.
All right. Well.
So,
how are we doing on time, Christopher?
We've got we're a little past the halfway point.
Okay. Well, then we need to do all three tunes.
Okay. Then let's.
Now, if you
put
want,
in the call.
Maybe what we should do. Why don't we move this to the next tune, and then we'll have the last two together.
Okay, that sounds good.
That's way better of an
All right.
idea. All right.
Put in the call nonetheless.
So
and we will be
thing in a minute.
And
But while we're in Johnny Cash,
bringing forth.
Yeah, while we're in Johnny Cash land, I want to do this thing because this is a song. This is from an album in the 70s he did called Strawberry Cake, where he went back to his sort of old roots.
Yeah, so speaking of.
And well, I left Kentucky back in '49 and went to Detroit working on assembly line. The first year they had me putting wheels on Cadillacs. Every day I'd watch them beauties roll by, and sometimes I'd hang my head and cry, 'cause I always wanted me one that was long and black. Well, one day I devised myself a plan that should be the envy of most any man. I'd sneak it out of there in a lunchbox in my hand. Now, getting caught meant getting fired, but I figured I'd have it all by the time I retired. I'd have me a car worth at least $100,000. I'd get it one piece at a time, and it wouldn't cost me a dime. You'll know it's me when I come through your town. I'm gonna ride around in style. I'm gonna drive everybody wild, 'cause I'll have the only one there is around. So the very next day when I punched in with my big lunchbox and with some help from a friend, I left that day with a lunchbox full of gears. Now, I've never considered myself a thief, but GM wouldn't miss just one little piece, especially if I strung it out over several years. Well, the first day I got me a fuel pump, and the next day I got me an engine and a trunk. Then I got me a transmission and all the chrome. The little things I could get in my big lunchbox, like nuts and bolts and all four shocks, but the big stuff we snuck out in my buddy's mobile home. Now, up to now, my plan went all right till we tried to put it all together one night. And that's when we noticed that there was something definitely wrong. The transmission was a 53 and the motor turned out to be a 73. And when we tried to put in the bolts, all the holes were gone. So we drilled it out so that it would fit, and with a little bit of help and an adapter kit, we had that engine running just like a song. Now the headlight was another side. We had two on the left and one on the right. But when we pulled out the switch, all three of them come on. Well, the back end looked kind of funny too, but we put it together and we got through. Well, that's when we noticed that we had only one tail fin. About that time, my wife walked out, and I could see in her eyes that she had her doubts. But she opened the door and said, "Honey, take me for a spin." So we drove uptown just to get the tags, and I headed her right on down the main drag. I could hear everybody laughing for blocks around. But up there at the courthouse, they didn't laugh, 'cause to type it up took the whole staff. And when they got through, the title weighed more than 60 pounds. I get it one piece at a time, and it wouldn't cost me a dime. You'll know it's me when I come through your town. I'm gonna ride around in style. I'm gonna drive everybody wild, 'cause I'll have the only one there is around. Oh, y'all, Red Rider, this is the Cottonmouth in the Psychobilly Cadillac, come on. Oh, this is the Cottonmouth, yeah. Now, negatory on this machine there, Red Rider. You might say I went right up to the factory and picked it up. It was cheaper that way. What model is it? Well, it's a 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59 automobile. It's a 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70 automobile. Well, there you go.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Man, I find myself just reading this story. I'm going, Oh yeah, I'm playing this song. It's listening to you. It's crazy, man. So
it is pretty nuts.
When did you first become aware of that song?
In the 70s, it came on the radio, and I went, my gosh, this sounds like he recorded it in the 50s at Sun Records. They had the echo on his voice. They did the old production, kind of like what we did on Him Show. And I thought, man, that's the best Johnny Cash record I've heard in years because, how it is, they try to produce him to get hits and eventually get syrupy and then they drag out the strings and it just didn't work. So he re-signed to Columbia after low-yield years on Mercury, just wasting it. And they put him in and made an old record like the way he used to do. And it was a huge hit. Did well.
I'm surprised it didn't go into the chorus at least one of those times. The verses kind of went on there for a while.
Well, the thing is, the record's a little more interesting than just the two of us. You got to have to use your imagination. Speaking of using but we're tired of using our imagination.
Hold on, let's use technology.
Well, before we do that, why don't we ask for some help on some of our technology? Now, things are getting a little lean around here, folks. We need to do some upgrades and some things, and so, we
got big plans.
We got big plans. We got us some big plans. But we're going to need some big help from you all. So if you want to use PayPal to do that, it's paypal.me/MICRO77S like Sam. If you like Venmo, I'm more likely to respond to you personally, but now I can do both. But either way, it's at MICRO77S. And I'm telling you, when you get out your checkbook, there's just something that makes you write a big amount. You don't want to write a check for just a little wee amount. It kind of looks a little, paltry. So get out those pens, write them checks to 77SLTD, and then write that same thing on the envelope, P.O. Box 1441 Citrus.
Let's take this lesson from the fig tree.
Heights.
Only heaven knows.
California 95611. Well, thank you, Chris, for keeping with our sort of religious theme today.
I wanted to hear the bullhorn.
Oh, he was not going to.
Don't worry about the blowhorn. The blowhorn, the blowhorn. Blow hard.
Hey, okay, speaking about technology, high tech, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our man in the East Coast.
On the East Coast. Armando.
Mahmoud Armando.
Hey, Mahmoud Armando.
Hello.
Okay.
Hey, ¿cómo estás?
So we got two for you tonight.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay, so this first one we're going to do, he doesn't know we're going to do this. So.
He doesn't know.
So you're going to need that electric bass.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
So
All right.
This is one you played on already. You got to remember your part. This is from 2008. We started it in 2006. So spin your head back a few years.
All righty.
And we did this tune called What Would You Give in Exchange for Your Soul? Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
where should I be?
Yeah, just grab a harmony and hold on tight.
Okay.
Brother afar from your Savior today, risking your soul for the things that decay. Oh, if today got you calling away, what would you give in exchange for your soul? What would you give in exchange for your soul? What would you give
trying to remind me of something that we did on the record where we. What did today?
Free for God should call you away.
No, I don't remember that. I mean, I vaguely remember that.
It's a good track, man.
Yeah. Oh, I love that track.
Everybody who's a fan, go listen to that.
Yeah, go listen to that because Bruce does some great goofy fills at the end that I love.
Oh, really?
He did that straight.
And I think I even did them wrong just now.
Oh, it's great. And
it's a nice feeling.
I played the electric 12-string on it, and there's this. I don't know. It's just there's this darkness in it. You know, I can't explain
Dude,
it.
HGB2 is always in the. It's always in the.
I got a request from some guy just today. In fact, just this morning, some guy said you need to do more hymns and blues, another album. And I'm going, the fans would absolutely kill us. They would rebel. We've done so many, and you go, nah, you're good at it. You need to do it. I'm going, well, all right.
Well, those guys should be the ones writing that check.
Yes. Absolutely. You want that
Yeah,
stuff?
you want that record?
You send in that money.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Wow. Oh, gosh.
All right. Well, thank you, Mark. That was awesome. So we'll get one more. Grab that upright.
Yeah, grab that upright, brother.
All right. Well, give me a minute.
Give him a second.
Anyway, thank you once again for joining us. We know our shows just kind of come out of thin air. Sometimes we don't always follow. Oh, yeah. We don't want to have that one.
Follow. No. Not that one.
Not that one. Got that from Phil Madeira.
There's a stand behind you there, bud.
Yeah, maybe I should do that.
Let's try that.
That might be the good idea to do.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, I'm going to, when Mark gets it together, I want you to know this is one of the first rock and roll records I ever had and heard as a little kid by Ricky Nelson. And it featured the guitar player we keep bringing up, James Burton. Chris knows about him.
Oh, yeah.
And anytime you read interviews with all the people that we all idolize, James Burton is in the list of, what was your most important influences on guitar? And it doesn't matter if it's Jimmy Page, Jeff Beck, you name it. James Burton is always in that list in the top 5. Always.
He's my guy.
And he was just a teenager, 16 years old, playing on the Louisiana Hayride, which was kind of like what we're doing here. Came out of Louisiana, and they would do had all these country stars. It was kind of like the
Great South.
Louisiana version of
Grand Ole Opry.
Yes, exactly. And it was equally as important in those days, and that's where Elvis got his first exposure, was on the Hayride.
The beautiful South.
So, in fact, for all we know, James was there to back him up that night. Who knows? You ready there, Mark?
Oh, yeah.
You got to have it by now. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've been waiting ever since they guess my baby's got another date. Stood up, broken heart again. Well, I bet she's out having a ball and not even thinking about me at all. Stood up, broken heart again. Well, I know just what I ought to do. I ought to find me somebody new. But baby, I couldn't forget about you. Stood up, broken heart again. Yeah. I always be the one left behind, never having any fun. Stood up, broken heart again. Well, I guess I'll go on being a fool, sitting around just waiting for you. Stood up, broken heart again. Well, I know just what I ought to do. I ought to find me somebody new. But baby, I couldn't forget about you. Stood up, broken heart again. Stood up, broken heart again. Stood up, broken heart again. Thanks,
everybody. Bruce Spencer, please.
Dr. Love, please.
Mark Harmon, please.
Chris Harrelson.
Please. Everybody,
Please.
See what's the next one on the 107? Ah, man.
Woo!
All right.
Up it.
That had words, we all got to get arrested. All right. Never mind. It's being played by a boy named
Mark Harmon.
Well, we've been trying to get on the show for some time. He's a very busy man. Fine.
Bass man.
But he has that ability to inject a great deal of humor into music. He originated a thing called
The Slappity Sack.
Here he is.
Mark Harmon.
I think you'll enjoy